So I thought this news was already confirmed, but I guess there's further news to add on to the news. That is the Mortal Kombat sequel. We'll just call it Mortal Kombat 2, but I highly doubt that name will stick. They'll name it something cooler. But Mortal Kombat 2 is officially a go, but more importantly, the original director will be making a comeback and will be doing the sequel. Josh and I have been very open about. I don't
Yeah,
hate Mortal Kombat 20, was it 2021? It had to have
something
been
like
because
that. Yeah,
it had that day and date release. I didn't hate Mortal Kombat 2021, but I didn't think it was as good as it could have been. Primarily because, Cole Young sucks as a main protagonist and definitely felt like a studio note that had to be in there. But more importantly,
yeah,
for a movie called Mortal Kombat, you don't have the tournament at all. You have your characters talking about a tournament for a lot of the time. Um, I think the movie, it's not the director's fault for what
yeah.
it was, because when we actually get Mortal Kombat stuff, when we actually have the fights, it was the best part of the movie. I thought there could have been more of it, but we all smiled like glee little children seeing, was it Kung Lao split Melina in half, basically?
Yeah.
Like, okay, more of that, please. It's not. Was it Melina?
I don't know. I
I'm
saw it
not a
once and
Mortal.
forgot
All
about
the
it.
Mortal Kombat fans are gonna come after me. I don't know the lore. I'm sorry, but that was awesome. More of that, please. Also, can we have a tournament this time? And Cole Young is the first to die. Like Goro comes along and rips his arms out like the original. Like,
It's like this big like middle finger to the studio. Like, we didn't want this guy. Leave us alone.
I do have one request. Actually, it's not really a request. It's a straight up demand. Like, if you want me to watch this, you teased Johnny Cage at the
Hmm.
end of the first one. Obviously, you're gonna do that for the sequel. It has to be the Miz. Like, there's no one else for the role. I know some people are like, it should be Ryan Reynolds. Um, yeah, you do realize if they brought on Ryan Reynolds, that would be like 75% of the budget right there.
Yep.
Because, whoop, Ryan Reynolds is not cheap. And I'm not saying the first Mortal Kombat was cheap, but it wasn't the highest budget movie. It actually, they made the budget go pretty far for what it was. I didn't think it was the
Oh
highest
yeah.
budget fish. It looked pretty solid. The Miz is a much cheaper option. Honestly, I think he'd probably do it for free because he's wanted this role forever. But the man was born to be Johnny Cage. He's just a punchable douchebag. That's
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. When like the whole like first batch of his career in WWE was like being the most annoying, and that was it. Yeah, totally. I personally am not that big of a fan of the idea of Miz doing Cage, but that's fine. It is what it is. They're obviously going to go in that direction. I'm hoping for a tournament this time around.
if it's not the Miz.
Okay,
How would you
okay.
feel about the guy that played Hangman in Top Gun Maverick?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, he's taller. He's like,
He's a
uh,
dick.
he's God. Yes. Actually, that might be my front runner right there, my dude. Like, God. Yeah. Screw you. Screw that guy. Like, Iceman was like at least like he was looking out for Maverick. He was trying
Oh,
to
he
like.
was looking out for Maverick.
Oh yeah, he was. But like at the
He can
same
be his
time,
wingman any day.
at the same time, like Hangman was just a prick for Tippy, like just for that
So
sake of it.
Han Solo.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, but like Han Solo's like likable, so there's that.
Again, if you haven't seen Top Gun Maverick yet, people, it's literally just Star Wars on Earth. Like
Yeah,
Han Solo, the trench run, just everything is very the mentor figure that's always only trying to protect the young student that he had a relationship with the father. Holy crap! I didn't make that connection until just now. It's just Star Wars.
it's literally just a Star Wars movie.
But Mortal Kombat, it's new writers this time around, I think. The director's the same, but the writers are different. So maybe that makes a huge difference. Because visually and with the fights, I thought the Mortal Kombat movie was pretty decent. You just got to figure out the story and maybe actually, make it a tournament this time around. Introduce some other parts of the lore. I will say though, as much as I'm complaining about the story, I know the Mortal Kombat games have really deep lore, but it's never like they had the best stories around.
Yeah.
Like, they started off as arcade beat 'em ups and only decided to add story later, and story has always been overly convoluted to the point of only the diehards can really follow the plot lines, really.
Yep.
So maybe they need to simplify some stuff, but, like, I don't know, make it an actual tournament. Actually have a protagonist. That's not Cole Young.
Nah. In this story of good guys and bad guys, we don't need to have good guys and bad guys. We just need to have people that punch other people in the face.
Cole, now that I think about it, Cole Young literally got grandfathered into the franchise because he had a descendant that was in the games. That's how you get in by proxy. Like,
yep.
Oh, we want to save Scorpion for the sequels, but we need him for all the advertising. Literally all the advertising. But hey, it's not like Mortal Kombat hasn't just milked the images of Scorpion and Sub-Zero for all their worth and don't advertise any other character. It's a tale as old as time. The blue guy and the yellow guy. Whichever one you don't pick, your older brother's going to pick. Wait, other way around. You get whatever your older brother didn't pick.
Well, I mean, Sub-Zero is the better one anyway.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, even in, like, the stuff that I saw in the trailers, he's just the cooler one. The cooler one. But yeah, sure, let's do a second one. Why not? We ain't got much else to do with our lives.